Hi, I'm Dr. David Purvis. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, or the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK. And I'd like to offer you a different perspective because I think that sometimes these awareness weeks can be the same old, same old. This is my different perspective. For many people, common mental health problems like anxiety and depression are unnecessary. So I'd like you to be aware of that. They're unnecessary. Now, I've chosen that word particularly because some things are necessary. Air is necessary, water is necessary, food is necessary. Companionship is desirable, but it's not necessary because some people prefer to have no companionship. Meaningful work, for many people it's necessary, but for some people it's not necessary. They prefer not to work. So necessary is something that you need to have to be able to live. And that, I think, puts mental health problems in the unnecessary category. You do not need to have them to live. Now, you may well have them, and life circumstances can create them. But the point that I'd like to make to you is that these are not things which you have to keep. Now, I think it's scandalous that many people tell you to manage mental health problems. Because if you manage something, if you manage a problem, it comes around and again. Because managed things are not eradicated. And I think it's a much better strategy to eradicate things like panic, anxiety, depression, and stress. If you manage a problem, it typically persists. If you seek to eradicate the problem by working on the problem, it typically, or it can, for many people, go away. In the UK, the Improving Access to Psychological Therapies, the Talking Therapy Service, in 2017-18, discharged well over 400,000 people in the cured category for things like anxiety and depression, right? By no means is anxiety and depression necessary in life, and if you work that problem, you're very likely to get a good outcome. Now, I've been using some of the lockdown time and the pandemic to get on top of my garden. It's a bit overgrown. And if I get on top of my garden by putting some effort into it, it looks tidier. If I leave my garden, it will not get less overgrown by itself. It will simply continue to grow. Human problems always respond to a focused and targeted attempt to solve the problem. If you have a mechanical problem in your car, ignoring it does not solve the problem. Resolving the problem, finding out what the problem is and getting something done about it resolves the problem. So we are somehow told, or we somehow believe, or we're somehow led down the path of managing mental health problems. Well, okay, if you manage it, it will come round again and again. And I think right now it's time for a paradigm shift, right? Let's eradicate mental health problems. Now, the management solution that typically you get pushed towards is not working very well because mental health problems are typically increasing. Throughout the world, there's over 700,000 depressed people. And I don't know, what's the population of the world? 7 billion, 8 billion? So it's like huge, right? And in any 1 week, 1 in 6 people in the UK will have a mental health problem. So managing it is just continuing to allow the problems to exist and persist. And my general motto is this: problems exist and persist in the absence of an alternative. You have to use an alternative, and if you do that, then I see no reason for many people why you can't just eradicate panic, anxiety, depression, and stress. So this is the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Week, and every day I'm putting a video out which will tell you how to use self-help CBT to eradicate the problem. And on Sunday the 24th of May, I'm doing a question and answer session as a Facebook Live in the Mental Health Wizard Facebook group. So if you have any questions, please send them to selfhelpcbt@gmail.com. If you want to start right now with Self-Help CBT and start to eradicate panic, anxiety, depression, stress from your life, then go to drpurvis.online and join the Anxiety Wizard program, and that will get you started straight away. As we go through the week, I'll tell you more about the tools that we use in Self-Help CBT. But the final word is this: for many, if not most people, mental health problems are unnecessary. You just have to work the problem as you'd work any human problem, and it will respond to that effort. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen.